Hey everybody, what's going on? I don't know who's on. This is like in the middle of the day. I am serving on jury duty today, right? Doing my civic duty, law being a law-abiding citizen. But you guys know that I'm a survivor of sexual assault, sexual child abuse, all that good stuff, right? And, for those of you who know my story, you know that I had to testify against my father in court. And so I had to go to the Criminal Justice Center, which is where I had to go today for a criminal case. Actually, it didn't get to do anything, but hey, Felicia. But they sent me on lunch right now, and so I just got to go back. But in the meantime, I'm there, and, it's like, all right, I haven't been in there since I had to testify. So, one would think that I would be afraid to go in there, or I may have, hey, good afternoon. I'm trying to go pick up my lunch. Yeah, and I'm having lunch right now. I'm at the Reading Terminal right now. Hey, what's going on, Tanisha? Listen, I'm sitting down here in Reading Terminal. I don't know how to turn this around. I'm at this home diner, and it's ironic as I'm sitting here. Let me see if I can turn this around. Oh, all right. Well, wait a minute, I don't see my wallet, but here's I'm eating, right? So I'm here at this down home diner, and here's some of my food I'm eating. I don't know if y'all want to see my food. It's a Scrapple. It's a Philly thing, y'all. It's a Scrapple. It's a Philly thing. See if I can flip this back so you can see me. All right, so I am down here at this diner, and it just reminded me of that day in court. Actually being here in this diner reminded me this is where I came after he got sentenced. So it's like, it's almost bittersweet. Like, it's not, you talk about triggers and things that, will kind of bring up old stuff, right? But it doesn't really feel that way. It feels very, because I've already claimed my space, own my space, own my truth. I stand on my story as my mentor from Texas, Alyssa Jones, said, don't stand, in your story, stand on your story. And, and I do that. I do that unapologetically. Another one of Alyssa Jones isms. So, I do that. I do that without any questions, any questions for the most part. And it's so interesting while I'm there, God always has you on assignment. You never know. You never know who you run into, who, you're going to impact during that day. Now, I'm going to jury duty today, right, y'all? I'm going to jury duty today. So, you go in, of course, nobody wants to do jury duty. Everyone's complaining. Not me. I walk in there like, hey, y'all, life is great. They looking at me like, what's wrong with you? See, but I can say that life is great because I choose for it to be great. Because I know what it's like to be on that other side. I know those shoes all too well. So, I'm sitting there and I'm, chatting with the young lady that was sitting next to me. And she said, she's like, yeah, there was something about your spirit. She said, I was reading and then I felt your presence as you walked past and I just had to say hi. And I'm like, wow. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, what's going on, Ira? So that just spoke volumes. So we got into a conversation. And she was like, wow, this is exactly what I needed. Like, you kind of answered some prayers. Once again, you don't take your assignment lightly because you never know. You never know where God is going to place you. So, in that same place and space where, my pinnacle moment, I would say, that helped me be released, that helped me be free, is also a place where, I had to go back to, do my civic duty. And while I was there, I encountered several different people during the course of this morning, and each person was a blessing. to me and apparently to them as well. So I also was able, one of the court workers, shared with me her story, how she's a survivor and how it impacts her. And then she's sitting there and, she's the one that has to hear these stories over and over and over again. So, and then when that happens, you kind of get re-victimized, right? Listen, you guys, it's more people that's impacted by this than you think. Straight up. Like I said, there was 3 people that I encountered today. 3 people. And 1 out of those 3. No, I'm sorry, it was 4, right? So here we go. It was 4 people. And 1 out of those 4 said they were a survivor. So that goes back to that statistics about 1 in 3, 1 in 4. But the other ones had their own story, right? They had their own thing that was attached to it. It may not necessarily have been, my story, but it was their own story. Hey, what's going on, Dawn? I love you. I'm so glad you tuned in. That's Dawn Paul. You got to check her out, Dr. Dawn, out in Texas. You got to check her show out. But listen, I don't take any of this lightly. And I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I can get on. And for a change, it's actually working. A lot of times I'm always having some technical difficulties. But just sitting here in this diner, and out of the biggest Reading Terminal, I don't know if you guys been to Reading Terminal in Philadelphia. It's a must. You need to come. And I'm sitting here, and I was like, I think there's a diner somewhere. And I'm sitting here in this diner, and then it reminded me, I'm like, wow, this is the diner that I came to after the proceedings. Because I came here with my cousin after my father had his final sentencing. After I saw him with his orange jumpsuit on, and orange is not his new black, with his orange jumpsuit on with DOC on the back. I never forget that. That's etched in my brain. To see him for that one last final time, to see him with this orange jumpsuit on, to see him in cuffs, to see him get sentenced for the crimes that he's committed. Justice has been prevailed. Now, that has not been for me. That was for my sister. But I look at it as that's a victory for all. That's not just for her, but that was also for me and for all other survivors. All other survivors who never got a chance to see that occur. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, just had a moment. But I guess that's okay. Because it's that real. Like I was explaining to the one lady today, I said, unlike, cancer or any other type of, illness, you can get treated for it, right? You can get, go to chemo, you can, take certain medications, and then all traces of this disease or ailment goes away. It disappears. Well, that's not what it's like for survivors. You can go to counseling, you can go to treatments, you can have, group therapy, you can go individual therapy, might even take medications. But the reality of it is, it never goes away. Never. It's with you for life. But it depends on, it's all up to you. It's a choice on what you do with it. As my friend Narda, my dear sister Narda, she always says, I chose to be better and not bitter. And that's also, ironically, my ambassadors, that's her tagline, and she has a YouTube series on Better Not Bitter. Because it's all about a choice, you guys. Like, I'm just, hey, Summer. Yeah, this is a real moment for me. Like, it dawned on me after, I just wanted to get something to eat. And then as I'm sitting here, and I'm like, wait a minute. Then I understood the significance of me sitting here. So, yeah, I just wanted to jump on. Wanted to share this with you guys. I don't know who else is on, but thank you for, tuning in and listen to me ramble and watch me cry and get all emotional and whatnot. Y'all know I'm a crybaby. For anybody that knows me, they know that well. But as yesterday and every other day, today was a good day. You know why? Because I said so. So I'm going to finish my food so I can get back to see if they still need me today. But other than that, I want everyone to have a wonderful day, be blessed. And just be grateful and thankful. Like that's the space I was in yesterday. Just being grateful. Just really truly being thankful. Just being thankful because, like I said, I don't take this for granted. Thank you so much. Thank you. Big facts. Yeah. I don't take any of this for granted, or I don't take it lightly. Everyone has a divine assignment. It's just a matter is whether you're willing and ready to accept it. But a lot of times we run from it. A lot of times we're afraid. And I'm trying to tell you that don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid. Just go in the direction that you're being ordered. You say, order my steps. Just follow. And trust and believe. I really would not have thought that I would be in this position, this space and place today. Although these are some tears, but they're tears of gratitude. It's never of sadness. It's tears of gratitude, tears of joy, tears of appreciation, tears of, just being so thankful, just being thankful. And gratitude. Gratitude is the best attitude. 1,000%, right? So I want to, drop those little, lunchtime nuggets, I guess you want to call them. I'm going to sit here and bask in my happiness as I wipe these tears, and eat my food and go back, and hopefully they'll tell me they don't need me for the rest of the day, and make sure you guys tune in later tonight for another big reveal, because it's Wednesday, for me to do my reveal for my expo speakers. I'm just beyond excited, and I think that's where my, why I get so excited, and I'm so blessed. I feel so blessed. So, hey Monica, what's going on? All the way down in South Carolina. So you guys, once again, I want you guys to have an amazing day beyond your purpose. I want you to be empowered. I want you to be inspired. And most importantly, you know what your girl, Miss Magnified, always says. I want you to be magnified. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. Love you. And I'll catch you later tonight around 8:30. Okay? All right, enjoy your day. Now I gotta figure out how to turn this off.